you want to learn about feminist criticism. Let's go!
The tool Properly Public versus Preferably Private comes from the Feminist Criticism Toolbox. It deals with how in our culture, certain topics are taboo to talk about in public. It comes from Michelle Hammer's work titled Talking About Down There, where she examines Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues, where they address how talking about private issues publicly can raise awareness for those issues. These topics include mental health, acne, and women's pleasure. For as long as I can remember, my disease has always made me feel embarrassed. I never wanted to talk about it in public. I saw the way my peer, who had the same illness, was ridiculed and made fun of for just sharing the things that she was going through. It made me feel shame, like I wasn't able to talk about my own issues. The Properly Public versus Preferably Private toolbox helps explain why I felt this way. We're not allowed to talk about our disabilities in public, but because of the actions that my peer made, she was able to create a community for us to discuss our shared experiences and find safety with one another.
Okay.
You may be thinking to yourself, wow, you look so good in that beret. You may also be thinking to yourself, what is rhetorical criticism good for? Well, I do look good in this beret, and I can help explain that for you. Rhetorical criticism, especially the kind that focuses on power, is good for dismantling the systems that oppress us. Looking at things like cultural hegemony, which addresses how those in power tend to convince those without power that domination is commonplace, helps us kind of refute this domination and allows us to view exactly what is occurring and what is oppressing us. Looking at social justice movements like Black Lives Matter, we can see how they've used the tools within rhetorical criticism to form the basis of their movement. Rhetorical criticism gives us a lens to better understand how our culture perpetuates and resists oppression. Thanks so much for stopping by.